Hey guys, this is Dr. Saurabh Jain. Or today we have Aditya with me, and he has scored a rank of 13,580, and he's from West Bengal, and definitely he will be getting a very good seat from through state quota, and I think he will get a good seat from Kolkata only, and he is from Kolkata. And Aditya, welcome to the channel, and many congratulations for this great rank. And
Thank you, sir.
first, I would like to ask that this was your first drop or you are a fresher?
No, sir, I'm a fresher.
You are a fresher, so you have done 12th this year only. तो
Yes, yes.
तुम्हारा बोर्ड कौन सा था? Which board you are from?
I was in CBSE board.
Okay, so CBSE board. And what was your 12th percentage this year?
This year it was 95%.
95%. So you scored good in boards also, and you managed your this NEET preparation also. So I would like to ask, what was your schedule? मतलब किस तरह से you used to plan your day?
I didn't have any proper schedule. I used to set some targets which I followed,
Okay,
and I didn't have any fixed time. I have to study 18 hours, have to study 16 hours. I just set some targets and I completed them.
okay. So like at what time you used to wake up? At what time you used to sit for studies?
I used to wake up at 8:30 in the
Okay.
morning, and by 9:30 I used to sit for studies. I had started my studies by 9:30.
And at what time you used to go for coaching?
I had coaching on 3 days, like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And
Okay.
I had coaching on Saturday. I had in the morning, and Sunday I had in the evening, like 4 p.m.
Okay. So how many hours you used to sit for coaching? Like three
Uh,
4 hours per day
yes, 4 hours per day.
for only 3 days per week.
Yes, yes,
Okay. So you were getting ample amount of time for question practice, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
और दैट्स अ गुड थिंग बिकॉज बहुत सारे बच्चे ना मतलब कोचिंग जो होता है कोचिंग में इतना सारा टाइम लग जाता है लाइक 7 to 8 hours per day that they don't get time for question practice.
Yes, but I had to also attend school 2 days
Okay.
a week every day. So
So स्कूल टाइमिंग कब से कब तक था
सुबह 8 बजे से 2 बजे तक.
एंड यू हैव टू गो टू स्कूल डेली.
Yes, not daily, 2 days or 3 days a week. And during
Okay.
practicals, I had to go every day.
Okay, so still it was hectic because managing a school, managing coaching, and apart from that, doing question practice. Okay, so approximately जैसे मान लो कोई चैप्टर चल रहा है, मान लो से फॉर एग्जांपल बायो का. Okay, like in 11th also I think तुमने कोचिंग तो किया होगा,
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ.
है ना? एंड 12th में भी तुम्हारा कोचिंग कंटिन्यू था. तो 11th से जो 12th के बीच का टाइम था, बिकॉज यू आर अ फ्रेशर, यू हैव क्लियर्ड इन फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. सो आफ्टर 11th इन बिफोर द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ 12th, उस टाइम ड्यूरेशन को तुमने कैसे यूटिलाइज किया था? व्हाट यू डिड इन दैट टाइम?
So in 11 it was not as good as 12. My 11 was not at all good.
Okay.
I couldn't. I followed some wrong steps, and I got messed up. There were huge backlogs created, and in the transition between 11 to 12, I tried to clear my backlogs, and I
Okay.
uh, corrected my mistakes, and gradually I brought myself back to a good position.
Okay. So, was your coaching sufficient enough for you to manage everything, or you also used resources some online or some personal tutor or something like that?
In 11th, I used some, but in 12th, I didn't require any.
Okay. So, in 12th, you were completely dependent on your coaching only. You did not use any online resource or online lectures
Mm,
and all.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
not at all.
And in bio, say for example, if talking about bio, in bio, how many question practice you did per chapter wise?
Actually, I used to do many books, MCQ solving books, and I used to solve each the entire chapter, including the true false questions, the MCQs, and many types of questions. And
Okay.
I also practice the papers of other institutes.
Yeah, that's okay. Because in bio, you can go as broad as you can, but you have to stick to
Hmm.
NCRT. Right?
Yes, I
If you are
always
sticking to NCRT,
stuck
yeah.
to NCRT. I didn't go much beyond NCRT because it was of no use.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, like right now, also, if students ask me, I ask them to stick to NCRT only in bio, but
हाँ.
you can do as many as question practice as you want to do in biology. है ना? You don't have to.
Yes.
You can use many institute papers or different books. You can do as many as question per chapter in biology. because that's
Hmm.
something that's going to help you score a lot. Okay.
Mhm.
Like, what was your score in this re-need biology?
350.
Okay, so you scored well. And what about NEET third May paper? In
Third
that
May
paper?
360.
Okay, so in third May you were getting perfect score, but in re-NEET you scored 350.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what about physics and chemistry? How much time you devoted for them, and per chapter number of questions you, how many questions you practiced?
Like I didn't keep count, but since my physics was a little weak, I had to practice more questions.
Okay.
Chemistry my was more or less strong, but physics was really very weak. So I had to practice many PYQs, many books and questions. So it was definitely I practiced physics more than chemistry because it was
Okay.
a weaker subject for me.
So, like, I have seen your results. So, like in physics, you scored around 90th percentile, right? So,
Yes, yes.
so even though you are thinking that your physics was not that good, but you performed well in the final exam.
Hmm.
So, like, for per chapter, you used to do DPPs and modules or something else. What was your resource material?
For the physics I'm telling, I used first I solved the modules, my
Okay.
coaching modules. I solved it completely. Then I resorted to JEEM and PYQs.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
this was, and if I had time, I then practiced other question papers, any DPPs I used to, which I got online.
Okay, but mostly you were using only two resources. One is your module, and after that IIT these means questions,
Hmm.
right? And that was, I think, sufficient enough for you to do.
Yes.
Okay, to get a decent rank and to get good score with first attempt, I think that was good enough. And what about chemistry? In chemistry, you used NCRT.
Yes, NCRT was like my Bible. I used it, like I read every chapter of it, especially the inorganic and organic chemistry. And then
Hmm.
I did my coaching modules and also solved books via like NCRT fingertips for
Okay,
chemistry because they helped me to know the NCRT much better. And on top of that, JEE Mains PYQs also helped me in this case.
okay. And what about these NCRT in-text question and back questions?
Yes, I also did that, but I did that while preparing for my boards.
Okay. So, and what about physical? Do you solve those questions from in physical also?
Physical, I didn't use. I read NCRT. I read the theory part, but I didn't solve the back questions. I did
Okay.
Inavasti and my modules and JEEM and PYQs.
Okay. So, and Avasthi and your modules and the JEE means PYQ questions. Okay.
Hmm.
And what about those chapters in inorganic chemistry? Like there are a few chapters like D and F block and salt analysis. Those chapters which are more about memorizing something rather than the conceptual part. So, what you did
Uh,
for those?
like I also didn't practice the DNA block. I just read. I didn't much practice it. Like I also always used to forget it. I always read it 2-3 days before the exam, and I did
Okay.
JMN's questions, though questions which are more commonly asked, which were
Okay.
NCRT based only. And in salt analysis, I didn't put any much effort because I just read the practical books the school provided me. We had lab practicals, and that only helped me to answer the questions.
Okay, I say usually I what I say to students is that if there are something like in your inorganic chemistry like salt analysis, revise these chapters just before the exam, because
Exactly.
even if you read them before 6 months before, 3 months before, 2 months before, you are going to
There's
forget
no
them.
point in reading
Yeah,
beforehand.
because these chapters doesn't have any correlation with anything. You can't
There's
just
nothing, no
yeah,
concept in there. It's all just
yeah,
memorizing.
yeah, definitely. And so after NEET, what was your NEET score?
Neat, neat. Be the third May one,
This third May wala, yeah.
640.
640. So you were getting selected that time also. Okay.
Mm.
And so this renewed news must have hit you hard because you must have been expecting that you are going to now enjoy your life, and then this exam happened again. So what was your mental state at that point of time, and what was your psychology at that point of time?
Like 1 week, I couldn't read anything. Like I sat with the book, but I just couldn't bring myself to again start the entire thing over and again. Like it, I was a little depressed. I can lie in that, but I again brought myself and I said to myself like everyone has to go through it, and
Yeah.
if I had been given a chance, there must be some good intention behind it, and so I again took up the opportunity and started my preparation again.
Yeah. Yeah, because it becomes very difficult when we have given up and we are in that relaxation mode, and then again someone asks us to go in that zone again and start preparing again, right? क्योंकि एक बार मोमेंटम टूट जाता है तो मोमेंटम बनाने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है.
हाँ, मेरा मोमेंटम कभी बना ही नहीं रीनीट के लिए, कभी बना
हम्म.
ही नहीं। लाइक वो जो मैंने पढ़ा था थर्ड में के लिए वही बेस था, उससे ही मैंने रीनीट
हाँ.
किया है। तो
एंड
ऐसा कुछ नहीं
व्हाट.
कि अलग से किया है, मैंने अलग से कुछ नहीं किया, जस्ट टेस्ट दिया मैंने।
एंड एक्चुअली जब लास्ट में आपका एक बार प्रिपरेशन एक सर्टेन लेवल तक रीच कर जाता है,
हम्म।
आफ्टर दैट ओनली टेस्ट मैटर्स, राइट? द नंबर ऑफ टेस्ट, नंबर ऑफ हाउ मेनी टेस्ट यू आर एबल टू गिव. सो बिफोर नीट कितना पेपर्स तुमने करीब दिया होगा जो फुल सिलेबस होगा?
फुल सिलेबस अराउंड 15 to 20 tests I gave.
ओके, सो यू कंप्लीटेड योर सिलेबस बाय विच मंथ?
नवंबर।
नवंबर. एंड नवंबर से लेकर के फरवरी तक, जब तक बोर्ड्स तुम्हारा नहीं आ गया था मार्च तक, एक्चुअली तुमने उतने टाइम ड्यूरेशन को कैसे मैनेज किया था?
Actually, my 11th was week, so I spent 1 or 2 months in covered in like strengthening my 11 concept, especially the physics part.
Okay.
And also I started solving biology and chemistry FSTs.
Okay. So you did one thing good, that you started doing bio and chemistry FST separately. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to also prepare for the boards, and at that time pre-boards were also going on, so
Yeah.
time went by just like that.
Okay. And during the board examination, isn't it a little bit frustrating for you and for everyone in that case that you are preparing for NEET, but you have to give boards also, so you have to divert your preparation in that direction?
It's definitely true. Like boards, we have to write. You have to know again, write it properly. There are many things matter, like your working matters, your presentation matters. Unlike in NEET, where you just have to tick the option. But I thought to myself that if I studied the NEET syllabus, I can easily crack the board exams. So
Yeah. Like one of my
again,
student, he said that he has taken both maths and biology. Okay.
oh,
So now he
I
was
also
saying
had
that.
I also had PCMB.
Okay, so you have both PCMB,
Yes,
both
yes, I
maths
had.
and biology. So
Uh,
okay, so it would have definitely, your maths would have definitely helped you during in physics, I think.
like board maths is just like practice and practice and practice. It does it. Yeah. It may help you to know the formulas, that you don't have to know the trigonometric formulas again separately. You are studying it along with maths, but it doesn't help you that much.
So
Like by my opinion is that maths is like a burden. You have to practice it. Like maths, you can't leave it. If you leave it, it will
mm,
go. You will score less always.
yeah, actually, so isn't, well, what was the thinking behind taking two subjects, maths and bio
Nah,
both?
like I also thought that like maths will help me in physics.
Mm,
I also went by that idea, but by the time I was in 12th, I realized that maths was just about practice. Unlike
mm,
JEE Maths is at a very high level, but board math
mm,
is much lower. So you
mm,
have to just practice and practice. It will not much help you in physics and chemistry, at least at NEET level.
mm. Okay,
Mm,
so definitely, it means, see, so you have given this IIT mains also.
JEE Maths I gave.
Okay, so what was your percentile in that?
Oh, I got 95 percentile in that.
Okay. So it becomes very difficult for any student to manage both the subjects simultaneously and practicing maths also, because maths alone would have taken you at least 1 to 2 hours per day on an average.
Minimum.
है ना? Minimum,
And I
because
also had maths tuitions also, so I had to spend
हाँ,
time there also.
okay, so you were living a dual life. One side you are thinking about maths, and second side you are thinking of becoming a doctor. So I can understand that it's very hectic and it's very difficult, but all the hard work that you did actually paid off, and the multi talented things that you are doing and the multiple things that you are doing, this will definitely help you out in the medical college also, because here also you will be able to manage not only your study life but any other passion that you want to pursue. You can do that also, because you already know how to manage two things simultaneously, right?
Hmm.
Definitely. So this, your time management, your hard work, and the discipline that you have maintained during all those years will definitely pay off in middle college. So, like you have taken maths and bio both. So, which subject you are more interested in, yeah, or you were more interested in?
Bio, always.
Bio. So you were thinking of bio all the time that you were sure that you are going to become a doctor only.
It was my only one aim. I didn't keep much backup plans. I only kept NEET as the ultimate target.
And do you belong to a doctor family or you are first
Yes,
generation
yes,
doctor? Okay.
yes. My father
Your
is a
parents are
doctor.
doctor. Okay.
He's a
Okay.
pediatrician.
Uh-huh. Okay. Your father is a pediatrician.
Hmm.
Yeah, my wife is also pediatrician.
Oh,
She is doing she is doing her super specialty in neonatology right now.
okay.
Okay. So uh, 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 any further thing that you want to add for students, especially young students who are you will be just giving their first attempt this time, that
Uh,
what they should do, what mistakes they should avoid.
First, they should always give the exam by going to the center. The
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere always matters. No matter
Mm-hmm.
how much marks you are getting, you should not give it by sitting at home. And second of all, do not worry about the marks. It will come one day. My marks were also very low when I was in 11th, and in
Mm-hmm.
12th also many tests went bad. So first, and you also should not give up. Like if there's a chance, 1% chance is also a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should always never give up. It's my only advice that I can tell the students कि हार मत मानो. हो
Mm-hmm.
सकता है. अगर
And
इस बार नहीं होगा तो कभी तो होगा ना.
डेफिनेटली एंड जो कोचिंग का हमारा स्कोर होता है, जो मार्क्स होते हैं, जिसको देख करके बच्चे सबसे ज्यादा डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हैं. हाँ.
No,
सो
coaching mock tests are always for pointing out your mistakes. It never reflects what you will perform in that exam. Many of my friends who used to score more than me scored less than me in the NEET exam. सो प्लस कोचिंग वाले तो कुछ आउट ऑफ सिलेबस क्वेश्चंस देंगे, बहुत हार्ड हार्ड पेपर्स बनाएंगे. बट नीट का एक लेवल होता है, और
हाँ.
कोचिंग में रैंक्स वगैरह भी इन्फ्लेटेड होता है. बहुत लोग चीटिंग करके एग्जाम देते हैं. तो
हाँ.
आपको वो नहीं
हाँ.
देखना. आपको सिर्फ अपना मिस्टेक्स देखना है, and you
हम्म.
have to correct it. My major mistake in class 11th was I didn't correct my mistakes. I kept on repeating them,
हम्म.
which I corrected in class 12. So this improved my score. एंड वी शुड ऑलवेज सी द सोल्यूशन. बहुत लोग सोचते हैं कि सोल्यूशन मत देखो, तो सोल्यूशन देखने से तुमको न्यूमेरिकल नहीं आता. सोल्यूशन से भी बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं हम.
हम्म.
मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा सोल्यूशन से, वो मेरे बोर्ड में भी काम आए. सो यही मैं बोलना चाहूँगा. और मल्टीपल रिसोर्सेस लोगों को अवॉइड ही करना चाहिए. एक ही बुक पढ़ो,
हाँ.
अच्छे से पूरा करो.
हम्म.
I also followed
डेफिनेटली.
this thing in
हाँ.
multiple resources, HC Verma, this and that, but ultimately, when I came to 12, I realized that I should stick only to one source, and that
हम्म.
helped me.
Definitely, it becomes very difficult. Like especially a guy who is in your position, that you have to manage your maths also. Yeah, extra burden, at least 10, 20, 30% extra load you are carrying over yourself, because you have from any in comparison to any NEET student, you were more burdened because you had this maths also. So managing that and doing everything, so you cannot use multiple resources. And actually, this is one of the strength of freshers, that they actually do not have time to use multiple resources. They don't get confused. They keep their focus on the goal, and they are very sure that okay, I am going to do these two books, but I am going to do them properly, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, Aditya, so what's the plan for future? What kind of doctor you are going to become? You want to become
Uh,
like your dad, pediatrician, or something like that? Something else you are thinking of?
I haven't decided yet. Once I enter the course, I get to know the subjects more properly, then I will be able to decide which path I want to go.
Definitely, definitely. So, Aditya, it was nice talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and definitely best of luck for the upcoming time. Congratulations again for a good rank. I hope you get a PG seat from AIMS Delhi in future, and definitely enjoy this life also, because you have the talent and the potential. I can see that you have done very well, and you have worked very hard in these past 2 years to reach up to here. So I am hoping that next 5 to 6 years you will also work very hard, and you will definitely get a good PG seat, good college, or whatever the best you can get. Okay, if you are thinking about going abroad or something like that also. So best of luck for your future, and congratulations to you and your parents also. And if you want to share your ID, I will definitely share your ID also. If any student want to connect with you, if they want to ask anything from you, okay. So
Yes, sir, sure.
sure. So and let's make this world a better place. Help out as many as people as we much as many people as we can. Okay. So thank you, Dipto. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night, sir.